Good morning from the neighborhood 56. Here comes the 74, 516, 2026. I want to talk about something in a minute. Give me a second here. Oh, we got two 74s coming. One going that way, one way. We got people going everywhere. City bus is making noise. We are at the stoop. Okay, here we go. Need a haircut. Today I'll get a haircut. All right, let's talk about something. The neighborhood is crumbling around me. I cannot imagine what is. I'm a little nasal because of the allergies. What are you going to do? The neighborhood around me is just disappearing. I just don't understand. This is a beautiful area, a beautiful spot. I got the stoop. We hang out on the stoop. We have cigars, wine, talk. People come by every day. But I'm going to take a little brisk morning because it is a little brisk. And my whole neighborhood is crumbling. I just don't understand. Tonight, we close this joint tonight. Meal, it's called Meal, Meat, Eat, and Lounge. Cocktails, steakhouse, late night, lunch, brunch, dinner, live music, you name it, everything. Closing tonight. Can't sustain. Teresa, boarded up, coming down. For sale, moving. The real estate office is gone. Beautiful apartments up there. They have beautiful apartments up there. Ciccolini Brothers Furniture fell down, collapsed, gone. That's been like that for some time, that lot. Absolutely disgusting. You know about this. We got this house boarded up. I mean, what the fuck? The whole neighborhood's crashing? The whole neighborhood, I don't know what to say. Well, we keep the streets clean and the birds are chirping. Am I the only one left? Everybody left. Let's go a little more up and then I'm going to get out of here. This is brutal to see. Dentist office vacated. Nobody's in there. Gone. Two houses right there. Both as businesses, vacated, gone. Overgrown grass. Left the neighborhood. Teresa left the neighborhood. That building, leaving the neighborhood. I can't do it. I just can't do it. This is me. This is me. This is how I am. What are you supposed to do? I love it here. But I don't know.
CG2, hello, good morning. Treats, yes. How are you? Haven't seen you around for a while, I think. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Just seeing Tommy's video, I thought I'd play it for a second. What else do we got? Chud the Builder went to jail. What happened here? I'm frozen. My screen is frozen. Excuse me. Let's see here. Let's see what all these nutcases are up to.
This dirty motherfucker. What the fuck you doing?
I'm fucking getting color, Joe.
Snuff. I'll get him. Where's Snuff? Where's Snuff? Son of this motherfucker. This dirty motherfucker. What the fuck you doing?
I'm fucking getting color, Joe.
We're live here. Oh boy. Dan Herman's coming back from his trip from Israel, and he's going to come hang out with me and tell me all about how you were scared to death to go to Colombia and see Pablo Escobar's brother. You were scared to death. Dan Herman will be on my show and Dominic Cicali's show to let him know how terrified you were to go to Colombia, the big bad mob boss, with the lady boy, Miss Thailand. So Dan Herman, I'll see you when you get back from your trip, and we're going to have fun with this derelict that he is. I cannot wait for this. You were scared to go to Colombia. I thought you were a big shot, huh? Scared to go to Colombia? Oh, God.
I have no idea what he's talking.
Just when I think the Erica Kirk bit is over, whatever the bit is, the whole story, just when I think, all right, that's it, we've exhausted everything there is. Now we have this beautiful example of some LARP cosplay, fed slop, meltdown, choreographed, curated, kabuki-like bullshit. I mean, it in memo form, in emails. I mean, from the highest sources. Just when I think.
How much that thing cost anyway? Couple $800. $800.
Yes.
You paid $800?
Yeah.
Did you feel violated?
No.
You should have for $800. How much?
I mean, he was sober 50 years. He helped a lot of people in sobriety. He helped a lot of people in life.
50 years?
50
Almost
years.
50 years, not quite 50 years, but I think it was just under like maybe 48 or something like that.
I was drinking with them on Broad Street when they won the cup.
Yeah.
I was 13, 14.
Yeah.
When they won the...
Sweet Tea, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you guys are doing good. No farmer's market today for me. No event. I'm just going to work in the kitchen as soon as I'm done with this show. The weather is freaking just yuck out there. So I'm going to take the day off. I'm going to go sell every day this week at the admin building because the coffee lady is in Disneyland for the senior trip for the local tribal high school. So they're not going to have no drinks there this week. So my plan is to go every day to the admin building and sell lemonade. Because today's shitty, tomorrow's okay, and then Monday it gets nice. So go figure. It's yuck where you're at too. Yeah, it's windy. It rained all night. It's cold. The highest it's going to get, it's in the 40s right now. It's going to get to 55 degrees at 2 o'clock when the market ends. So I made about 160 dark chocolate pecan turtles yesterday. The chef ordered 80 of them. I already gave those to her, and then I made another 160. So those are stocked up. I'm going to make chocolate peanuts today, more Fruity Pebble Bark. Then I think I might go to my storage unit, look around in there. And I might actually go to a farmer's market. I've never went to the Puyallup Farmer's Market. It's huge. I've always wanted to go down there, so I might go check that out today. I can never go because I'm always working the exact hours that market is at my market. So either way, I'll stay productive today. But yeah, this weather today is freaking for the birds. And, it's crazy, like the dip in sales. That's why what I'm working on now, because I don't make any money selling lemonade when the weather's like this. I did it last year. It goes from, selling 100 cups of lemonade the first 2 weekends. This week will be, I'll be lucky to do 20, and that's pushing it. Make connections. Yeah, the problem with this market that I'm going to, definitely make connections with the vendors. I heard that these people are dickheads that run this one. They charge an arm and a leg, and you got to give them 10% of your sales. So, as where the market that I go to, they're kind of dickheads, but it's only $50 a week for the farmer's market, no matter how much you sell. So It is what it is. But yeah, no, I've been wanting to go down there. In fact, let's look at it real quick, shall we? Let's see here. We must have videos.
Apparently, you can go from 0 to a complete site in just.
I bet in just a record amount of time.
Good farmers market, and Puyallup actually has one of the biggest farmers markets in the state. So I'm going to give you some details on that right now. All right, from April to October, there's 130 vendors at this farmers market. They meet at Pioneer Park every single Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the market supports more than 200 small businesses, and income from it goes right back into downtown Puyallup and the community.
The community comes, it's their Saturday thing to do. The market vibe is incredible. I can't imagine why somebody wouldn't want to spend their Saturday at the market.
You know it. For updates from and to learn more about the weekly vendors, you can check out the Puyallup Farmers Market page.
Hey, Joe Della, good to see you. Go as a customer and chat up with other vendors. Great idea. Yeah, exactly. Hey, teacher. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Yep, 9 to 2. It's 8:15 now. You can probably go down there maybe around noon, something like that. I am going to go check it out because this would probably be the only chance that I'll get to do it. But Joe Della and Hey, teacher, hope you guys are doing good. Yeah, let's see if there's any other. Is this just music? Honey, yeah. Let's see if we can find the one I got kicked out of. The yeah, that one.
Person, I love Halloween. I love.
This is her. This is Brooke. This is the fucking bitch that kicked me out of the farmer's market.
True crime. I love paranormal. I don't know if it's real. I just love it.
Brianna Eritim, the founder of
Brianna, that's her name.
Tacoma's Haunted Farmers Market, has created a place to indulge the darkest of desires on even the sunniest of Sunday afternoons.
There's a lot of people that love this niche, and I'm actually attracting them from Canada, Georgia, Florida.
Brianna has already recruited vendors who sell jumping spiders, taxidermied rabbits, and offer tarot card readings. This week, she's excited to welcome a new vendor from Olympia, Cremators Cutlery.
They have actual human skulls and human body parts made into cutlery.
Yes, it's all real human bones. Most are retired medical specimens that came from colleges and universities.
Is it creepy? Absolutely. But that is the point. The Haunted Farmers Market appeals to the kind of people who think Halloween is too cool to only happen once a year. Brianna started the market on a whim and soon discovered she's not the only one enchanted by the supernatural.
There's a lot of witchy people up in this area that I've noticed.
Yeah, witchy people, you fucking bitch. You're the witchiest person there. I got kicked out of the farmer's market because I was selling too many snow cones. You know, I'm not even going to talk about this farmer's market. Grateful, hello, hello. Good to see you. I normally go out and meet my friends today, but everyone has the flu. Yeah, everybody's got the flu, allergies. I always, methylene blue. That, I mean, if you have allergies and you can't find no relief, you got to try methylene blue. It will immediately clear your sinuses, as long as you're not on what do you call those things? SSRIs, antidepressants. I gave it to the chef at the kitchen that I rent from, methylene blue, just to have her try it one time, because she was trying some other kind of outside the box things like vitamin, those B12 shots and a couple other things. I was like, oh, she's a good candidate for this. And she's like, within 15 minutes, she was like, oh, wow, this cleared my sinuses. I was like, really? So if anybody's on their morning show, you know, talking about allergies and cars being green or whatever, covered in pollen, you know, hey, Tommy, good morning. There's Tommy. Good to see you. You should sell methylene blue at the market. Yeah, that's a great idea. I don't know what to do. I'll look into that, because why wouldn't I? That's Brianna, though. She thinks she is hot shit. And she kicked me out of the market because I shared her private email with the other snow cone vendor, who is a bigger, she's more of a horrible person than Brianna here. Brianna, whatever her name is here, I think she's the devil, honestly. Can your ChatGPT tell you what the fuck is happening with my neighborhood in Nutley? You guys are under attack because of the data centers. These data centers that are going up are, resource hogs. They're taking the water, the electricity, and the politicians and the people in charge are selling us out, and they're not telling us. So I don't have any answers. All I know is it ain't good for none of us. And that's why we're the complaint department over here, because they're really, the solutions are, I don't know. I just kind of go numb thinking about it. But let's ask. What do you want me to ask it? Let's see here. What is going on in Nutley, New Jersey that is causing chaos? Let's see what it says to that. Huge industrial fire. Political tension, unrest and shutdowns at New Jersey public events, general instability. I mean, it's pretty much like that everywhere. The new mayor of Bellevue, I may be part of the administration. Oh, that's awesome. Sick. Well, hopefully you guys can make change, but I know I just hold on, let me get out of here. I'll go back to that. I think I got New Jersey in here somewhere. Right here.
So just a few miles from where this data center is going to be put up. And I also did not know that this was happening until 2-3 weeks ago, which
this says residents in Cumberland County, New Jersey. They can't even wash their clothes or drink their tap water.
is interesting because I'm all over this issue. First thing I just wanted to know is if anybody in my community here tonight is in support of a data center in Cumberland County. Also interesting to me, I want to read some quotes from some people who live in communities that have already put up data centers. Quote, I've been here 81 years. I can't stay here. Quote, my mom has been here her whole life, 82 years. She's not happy about it, but she does want to leave. Quote, my neighbor was washing my clothes and messed up a whole load of whites because it came out stained from that brown water. A conversation between a journalist and a resident. Do you feel like it's safe to drink? No, I buy water. Have they addressed that? No, they haven't. Have you gotten any information at all? No, none at all. Quote, this is my water pressure in my kitchen, a trickle. Quote.
So, you know, and this is going to be the story everywhere. And I think I have a video on that. But I looked up because I don't know if I think I bookmarked a video where somebody talks about a data center. And what it is the game is that whoever controls the GPU time controls the price. And a GPU is, it's the actual, I looked it up. I'm getting ahead of myself. I don't think anybody really cares. Stiggs, you'd be great to help the new mayor. Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be a lot of hard work ahead of you, and you're going to get you're basically going to be the complaint department. You know, because nobody's happy right now. Nobody can be happy with the way things are going. Here we go. This lady lives 400 yards from Mark Zuckerberg's data center.
This is our cold water pressure in the kitchen. This is where I fill up water for storage. Those are the things we have to fill up to flush the toilets.
So you can see the sediment from the data center. Wow. And that's just from the water coming out of your faucet.
Yeah. And this is what's in all the pipes.
Just the well itself is probably 20,000, and that's not counting any of the
all the
faucets,
replacement
yeah.
of the fixtures and
That's
faucets
just
and
the way.
toilets and the lines that come underneath the house. It's overwhelming because you really feel like you are up against this huge wall that you can't penetrate. There's no.
And, you know, I'll get back to that in a minute. And just so you guys know that these data centers are not just these huge infrastructures the size of Manhattan. They're also right next to you, right next door to you, and you may not even know it. If you live in apartments, they could be right above you. Where is it at? Oh, that one's really fucking infuriating. My brother-in-law runs his own data center GPU farm at home. Currently makes him $3,000 a month profit. 30% solar powered. Aiming to get to 60% by end of this summer. Blah, blah, blah. But, when you look at something like this, these guys have car batteries, 4 of them. A bunch of fans. Oh, there's a ton of batteries right there, whatever those are. And I read the comments that said it was like a $30,000 investment, something. I don't know anything about it. I doubt a lot of us do. Let me see what this said again real quick. I'm curious if I still have it. Huh. Never mind. Can't remember what it is. The last mayor wanted nothing to do with me, would not take pictures. Logging off for a few. I have to record the game. All right, Tommy. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, these data centers are going up everywhere. It's crazy.
Amazon, Microsoft, they can afford to pay for their own generation.
We came to Georgia to ask two questions. What's the true cost of the AI revolution, and who should be paying for it?
Your house is here, and the data center's right there.
It's less than 400 yards.
Beverly and Jeff Morris bought their home an hour's drive from downtown Atlanta in 2016, but their roots in the community run much deeper.
Being in the country has always just been my peace and my therapy. When we found this place, we decided that this was it. It was perfect.
I was actually raised probably 5 miles from here. Felt like coming home.
The data center that's now the Morris's next door neighbor happens to be owned by Meta, the company you know for Facebook and Instagram, but has also been breaking into artificial intelligence. They started construction on this data center campus in 2018.
Definitely changed everything. They destroyed the environment, taking down all the trees across the road.
Beautiful pines, beautiful forest.
The light pollution is...
You don't have to have a night light in the house. You can walk around the house at night and see everything. It's that bright.
This is a video of the dust from Facebook where the construction was. What it looks like right now out my front door. The wind blowing in all of this stuff from across the construction, across the road.
This is all from Meta.
Yeah, I was standing on my front porch. I think eventually that affected our well water. We're on a well here, and we started having issues with our well in 2018. Have to replace the hot water heater. I've replaced 2 washing machines and a dishwasher because of the sediment that's coming in.
A lot of what the Morrises are facing is from the polluting effects of this massive construction, but that's only one part of the story. There are serious costs to communities once data centers are operational too. To explain that, we have to back up for a second. I wouldn't blame you if you were asking yourself, what the heck is a data center anyway? Their origins date back to early, clunky supercomputers or mainframes in the 1950s and 60s. And then in the 90s, with the birth of the internet, the modern data center was born as a way for internet providers to connect businesses and the world to the web. In the 2010s, data centers became larger as they became critical to new cloud storage.
To the cloud. With the cloud, we share a sync photo that allows us to all work on the same documents.
Everything from your pet photos to entire workplaces to files for video streaming, like this video you're watching right now. We're in the cloud. Today, we are in the midst of a tectonic shift in processing needs, as large as the birth of the internet. Artificial intelligence.
A transformational moment for data center demand.
But the thing is, AI processing demands are much larger. One report showed that a Google search using a ChatGPT-like AI feature used 30 times as much power as a normal Google search. In the next 3 years, data center use of electricity is expected to double or even triple. And the state of Georgia has the fastest data center growth in the entire country.
The 2 biggest reasons data centers come to Georgia are that electricity rates for industrials, which is the class that they're in, are 42% below the national average. And the second biggest one are data center tax breaks. They received over $180 million in tax breaks last year.
The week we were in Georgia, a showdown was happening at the state capitol over 2 bills tied to data centers.
Senator Hofstadter had proposed 2 different bills, and one of them was SB 34, which was the data centers bill, to move the burden of the operational costs of data centers from ratepayers to the data centers themselves.
And what is SB 94?
Yeah, those bills are like, either way, they win, right? Doesn't matter about the cost. The cost, they can bury the cost. The fact is that the data centers are there, and they're gobbling up all the resources. And it's still, even with the explanations of them, it's like cryptocurrency. It's like, really, what the fuck are those data centers really, really for? For processing AI. Okay, what the fuck does that mean? So you can, make a picture for me for a thumbnail? You know what I mean? It just, I don't get it. And it's unsustainable. It's going to destroy our environment. And I think the reason why Trump and all those guys went to China was for resources, and they got nothing. Boeing bought some planes, or China bought some planes from Boeing. That was about it. So anyway, I think we're all tired of hearing about these data centers, but they're not going away.
What does he want from the U.S.?
A lot of things. We talked about a lot of things. Too many things to discuss, but a lot of things. We had a very good meeting, but we want things from them. One thing he agreed to today, he's going to order 200 jets. That's a big thing, Boeing's. 200 big ones. That's a lot of jobs. It's a lot. Boeing wanted 150. He got 200. He said, I think it was a commitment. I mean, sort of like a statement, but I think it was a commitment.
What does he want from the U.S.?
Great. So all of you guys, all of you clowns went to China to secure a 150 plane deal for Boeing. Get the fuck out of here. You could do that on a Zoom call, on the telephone. You could do that on Facebook Messenger with Xi Jinping. Come on. You got nothing, Trump. So now what? Back to war. I think Tommy's at a ball game right now. This is kind of interesting. A pitcher was fired up for being falsely accused of cheating.
Mississippi State's down by 2, and their coach sends the umpires to the mound to check on Braden Olthoff's glove because they think something fishy's going on. He goes, here you go, check it. Why are they having him check his glove? Because this is what he was doing to hitters, throwing breaking balls, throwing two-seamers with movement, throwing more breaking balls, just making them look foolish. I mean, look at this. At that point, pitch is basically in the same spot, and then you got to figure out which way it's going to go. It can go either way. He just diced these dudes up for the first 5 innings, swing and miss stuff. Then they started to try and take stuff, and then he just threw strikes. I think he retired 12 in a row after giving up a run in the first inning. And finally, in the 5th inning, he gets 2 runners on and 2 outs, and Mississippi State like, hey, here's our chance to get him out of the game and maybe score some runs. The second reason they're sending the umps out is because he was doing this all game. And maybe this is just to get in their head a little bit. Maybe there's no sticky stuff on the glove at all. He just wants to fuck with them. Like, being completely sober and driving through the DUI checkpoint on purpose, being like, "Sup, officers?" You're good. So you're just going to fuck with them. Does seem sketchy, though. But everyone does it. I mean, in the MLB, no one's going to do this because no one cares. I don't know how it is in college. I don't know how rampant it is or not rampant or how, the level of caring. But Mississippi State sends the umpires out, says, hey, check his glove. He's got something on there. This is okay. You want them to check my glove? Here you go. Here's the ball. Here's the glove. Now, this umpire kind of just goes with the ocular pat down. He doesn't touch or look at the one spot Mississippi State wants him to touch or look at. He just looks at the back of the glove and then barely touches the ball and then says, yeah, okay, I don't see anything. Do you see anything? Okay, you're good. Thanks, guys. Good job. Gives him a big old thumbs up and then goes immediately back to the spot and touches it up a little bit, gets out of the inning, and now everyone's fired up on Tulane. Everyone's fired up. Pitcher's pointing at him. Whole dugout comes onto the field. Backup catcher wearing the headband and the knee pads because obviously screaming the loudest because obviously they're fired up. They love it. And then you got Campbell, number 30, on the sideline here, throws the mask up, walking away, so fired up. He's pretty tall, this dude. Braden, also fucking really good. I mean, his stuff moves a lot. He's got 1 batter left of the 8th inning. He goes to the glove again. Maybe it's just superstition. Goes to the glove a second time, and then he's going to get the last out of the 8th inning. Just a dominant performance from Braden Olthoff, who may or may not have sticky substance on his glove. The umpires did a check, kind of, and found that he didn't. Either way, no one cares about this.
Yep, shady all the way around. You know, they go check the glove, but they didn't even check. I don't know. Just some crazy man.
Why are you guys out here? Why are you out here? None of your business. You better stop disrespecting my community.
Oh yeah, this was Thindu when he seen some people filming outside of Lenova's pizza shop. He kind of took exception to it.
You have no right to be out here.
Your community
I'll
sucks.
call the cops. What?
Your community sucks.
You disrespectful scumbag. You get the out of my community.
Oh.
You. I'm gonna go in there and complain, and then I'm gonna go call the cops, and I'm gonna get the cops to arrest you and get you out of here. Anything to say to me? Because I'm a badass, bro.
Show us you're a badass.
Fight me!
Nice. And cut.
Yeah, bro.
That's a million views right there.
Right?
Am I making total scene right now? Will you guys put me on YouTube?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Hold on.
Oh, Lord. Uh-oh.
When I open the door, start rolling the camera.
There you go.
What a nut job. He has every right to film anything. It's called the First Amendment, Mr. Fulia. Yes, 100%. Hey, Cheryl. Hello, hello. Yes, oh my. You just never know with people out there. Yikes. Ben Shapiro, man. This guy.
That's done. The future, according to New York Magazine, is Nick Fuentes, confirmed Nazi stand and woman hater, and man who will never be able to get a human woman pregnant through natural means. Or Tucker Carlson, confirmed anti-capitalist and Muslim apologist and victim of demon scratching. Or maybe Candace Owens, the confirmed slanderer of widows and connoisseur of French testicles. Or maybe Megyn Kelly, click whoring grandma Groiper over there. Well, New York Magazine writes, quote, the collapse of the Daily Wire can be seen as a dire warning for traditional Republicans. There are two realities to Shapiro conservatism in 2026. It retains a significant. That's done. The future, according to New York Magazine, is.
Magooch, hello, good to see you. How are you, sir? Did he call Megyn Kelly a click whore?
Two realities to Shapiro conservatism in 2020 seen as a dire warning for traditional Republicans. There are two realities to maybe Megyn Kelly, click whoring grandma Groiper over there.
Click whore and grammar Groiper. This guy is such a scumbag, man. He calls Megyn Kelly a click whore. TP USA is refusing to endorse Thomas Massie. This is Ryan Matta. He moved to El Salvador, but he's here back in the States. He drove to Kentucky he's friends with Thomas Massie.
So let me get this straight. Charlie Kirk's favorite politician in the entire swamp of Washington, D.C. was Kentucky's Thomas Massie. And you mean to tell me that Erica Kirk is not going to endorse Kentucky's Thomas Massie? Turning Point's not going to endorse and get behind Thomas Massie? What the hell did you do to this organization? When nobody shows up to your events and nobody shows up to your rallies, you guys got to make up excuses and say it was dangerous, we couldn't go because of the new political landscape. No, it's just because people hate you, Erica. You have failed miserably, but you are an utter disgrace. You are humiliating your husband's legacy. And you deserve to have your organization fall apart because you're running it like an ass clown. Check this clip out of Charlie Kirk. Let me remind you how much this man loved Thomas Massie. Check this out.
My favorite members of Congress. He loves the Constitution. He loves liberty. He's honest and he's tough, and he's going to really go after the intel agencies. It's Thomas Massie, who's just terrific from Kentucky.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah. So your wife takes over your business. Okay. you're in heaven right now and you're looking down and your wife is running your business and your favorite politician, she's not going to endorse. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. And yet they're going around talking about, oh, you know, Jesus and the Lord and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Bible quotes. Just absolute liars and complete frauds. All of them. All of them, all of them, all of them. I don't know who this, I don't know Thomas Massie, and I don't even know, you know, I'm oblivious to what's going on with this, you know. I refuse to be tricked again. I'm not investing any of my attention into the political bullshit anymore. You know, good luck to these guys. I hope it works out. I'm checked out. I'm just complaining from now on. Mike Tyson and Theo Vaughn with an incredible cocaine story.
Did you ever have those days where you stayed up multiple days from doing cocaine or no?
Yeah, absolutely. So listen, I gotta tell this bullshit story. So I can't get any sleep. So I'm calling the person. My nose hurt like a motherfucker, right? It's I'm keep my nose. I'm going and so I'm calling the person, and I'm saying my nose is hurt. I can't sleep. I've been up for 4 days. My nose is hurt. I got scabs on my nose. She said, your nose hurt? She said, you got the coke? I said, yeah. She said, hit it. I said, yeah. I said, wow, that feels better. I never knew I had the coke all on. I should have took a hit. And numbed it up because it wasn't numb anymore. It started bleeding. It got sore. I had to take another hit to numb it up. Oh.
Those nights are the worst, huh?
Oh, man.
This is just the wildest shit. I mean, you can't really make these stories up, I guess.
Worse, bro. Did you ever have to sneak into a hospital, or did you have a private doctor? Because how?
Yeah, this is true. Oh God, listen, I go to my doctor, right?
Your doctor, hold on. Let's get a round of applause for Mike's doctor, bro.
No, don't clap for him when you hear this.
I said, this is I'm a lady still in my doctor, and I'm gonna quit cocaine right now. And he's checking me, right? Giving me, checking out. And he said, how you doing? I said, doc, I'm feeling bad. I need to quit. And he said, what? I said, I need to quit coke. He said, really? You taking a lot lately? I said, yeah. He said, you have some on you? I said, yeah. He said, can I have some? I said, fuck! The doc's my brother. This is on my children's life. And I'm like, fuck! I'm trying to get help. I'm talking to the doctor, but I got a problem. He said, you have some on you now? He said, can I have some? And I took it.
Was it Blue Cross Blue Shield? Who was that?
So I go to rehab now, right? They put me in rehab. And this is what I do. The guy, the rehab staff, right, comes up here and he tells me all the rules. And then I try to be a good guy, give him my coke, the last bit of coke. Normally I was doing coke before I came. Normally before you go rehab, you get really high.
Yeah.
So I gave him the coke. I really wanted to get sober. I gave him the coke, my last coke. I said, here, I got some coke. He said, oh, you have some. Then he went. And the next time I saw him, he started acting funny. I said, this nigga better I took my coke, because that was some good coke. I wanted to be a good person and give it up. The motherfucker took my coke. So I said, hey, man, you took my fucking coke. You gotta start letting me have girls come over here. So he let me have girls come over.
At the rehab?
Yeah.
What?
My right hand on my children's life, man.
Oh.
You listen. I can't make shit like this up. The rehab guy said, oh, you got coke? And I give it, no, I don't want to get high with her. I'm going to try to live clean. This nigga go away for, he comes back acting weird.
Yeah.
I said, I know this motherfucker didn't take my coke. I got mad because I should have kept that shit there.
Type shit.
Oh, man, I got.
His fucking doctor took his coke. That is fucking wild, man. How are you ever gonna get clean? I mean, that's how I guess you could see why certain people, celebrities and different people, overdose or bad things happen to them. If you're a doctor, you go to get help from your doctor and he's like, oh, you got some good shit on you, can I have some? You know what I mean? Like, what does that do to your, you know what I mean? Like, just mentally, that's just fucked up. That's what, I could see how people just want to just fucking end it already with that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just wild to even think about. Fuck that. Stay humble, stay grounded, fuck that shit. Crazy talk. Trump in China. I went to China and all I got was this lousy t-shirt, basically. Yep. More Ben Shapiro. He's losing employees.
So it's true. The Daily Wire laid off some 13% of our workforce since the beginning of the year. And that really sucked. It was truly sad because all those people are great. And anytime, we're in business, anytime you lay people off as a business, that really sucks. It's tough. It's bad for them. It's bad for us. And I'm personally working to find other places of employ for as many of these people as I possibly can, because
what does anybody know what the Daily Wire is? Like, what is the Daily Wire? We don't need any, right? We don't need. Yeah, I shouldn't even have played that. There is way too many Trump memes. But does anybody ever been to the Daily Wire? Does anybody know what the Daily Wire is? Other than it, I guess it is like some type of news. What the fuck is the Daily Wire? What are you supposed to be, like the Washington Post? It's like Mad Magazine or something. What is it? It's like Amway and Mad Magazine combined. It's like, what the fuck is the Daily Wire? I think there's levels to like people not caring about things. No one cares about certain things. That's at the bottom of the fucking list. I mean, people will probably watch the dumbest shit before they would even think it. I mean, I went to the Daily Wire one time just to see what it was, like not too long ago. And I don't even remember what I seen, to tell you the truth. So, right-wing media company founded by Ben Shapiro. I will take a look. Yeah. Magooch. He's talking to Joe. Yeah, it's just like he's such an insignificant person, but he's just pushed by the people that are in charge, the data center people, Very irritating. I wish it would just go away. So Chud the Builder, the guy, the white guy that goes around telling black people, calling them the N-word, don't chimp out. He's in jail. I think most of us know that. Shot a black guy twice, but shot himself in the process. And he got $1.25 million bail. And this guy's upset because black people don't get the same amount of bail, I guess.
You can call me racist. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I'm not even saying I 1,000% support Chud the Builder. But 1.25 million bond? Nobody died. He was attacked. But Shorty from Ukraine, her killer, is not mentally fit for trial. But the white boy gets 1.25 million? Bullshit.
Yeah, they were bringing up a couple of incidents. Well, right or wrong, though, I think we all knew what was going to happen to that guy. He was just an accident waiting to happen, a train wreck, and it imploded this year. The Daily Wire. Yeah. Well, I had always heard that name, the Daily Wire, but to me, it was just like fucking Amway or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess I don't get out there enough. I don't know. The Daily Wire. It kind of reminds me of like the news organization Superman worked for, or Clark Kent or whoever, and Lois Lane. Something like that. That's the kind of feeling it gives me. Like it's that real. But anyway, the Chud the Builder guy, like, what a dummy. He's just a, he's just, I don't. Dan Bongino crashing out. I'm going to skip that one.
Trump's back from China completely empty-handed. The headlines will tell you that, no, they made a deal for some 200 planes from Boeing and some soybeans, and then also they're going to buy some oil from us. Well, when you read into the details, that's all bullshit. They talked about it, but they didn't agree to anything. Nobody signed nothing. That's why Elon Musk probably looked like he was all fucking pissed off and just like, what the fuck am I doing here? Nobody got a fucking thing. Trump even asked Xi Jinping, hey, can we get some help? Can you kind of talk Iran into opening up the straits? And you know what China said? China said, one of these, buddy, go fuck yourself. We got the same message as Russia. Russia put out a statement today. They said the U.S. asked them for help opening up the straits, and their response is the straits were open before you started bombing shit, so just withdraw yourself and the straits will open. That's how this works. They have just, Donald Trump just came back to reality on Iran. No one will help. Iran has won this thing because, and you know this, because Iran still holds the straits and there's nothing we can do to pressure them. The only thing to do is to walk away. But that is not going to be possible with the turd in the punch bowl. Israel says we are prepared to go back to full-scale war. Israel says no negotiated settlement. So that basically leaves Trump with the only one thing to do, to just be like, okay, no negotiated settlement, and just peace the fuck out and leave them all to figure it out for themselves. Israel would shit their fucking pants. Mike Huckabee ain't gonna allow that shit. That motherfucker, they're all saying, we got to reinstate the draft. They're the same shit fucking that goddamn dipshit running against Thomas Massie saying. The Ed running against Thomas Massie said today they need to fucking reinstate the draft because they got to have more troops. If that dude isn't bought and paid for by Israel, that should tell it to you right there. Like, that's an Israeli shill. They want Americans to go die in Iran for Israel. No more.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about what's going on in Kentucky. It's Thomas Massie against somebody. But, and TP USA obviously isn't supporting Massie. It's just a recipe for something bad to happen down there. I hope it doesn't, but, some type of false flag bullshit. Some assassination attempt or some bullshit. I could see it happening. Hope not. We played that one. This one is just disturbing. I don't know if it's true or not. I hope not, but it does make sense because I've seen a lot of this. This says that this guy, Spencer Pratt, I guess he was running for something, right? Vows to save dogs from Skid Row. Right now, the homeless are using dogs as guinea pigs to make sure their drugs don't kill them. If the drugs don't kill the dogs, then they know the drugs are safe to take.
Oh.
How much more? Need anything else? Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man.
I know. Hey, teacher, it's disturbing. People should not be allowed to have animals like that. I mean, that goes without saying, but that's just on a whole nother level. Let's look at how many data centers that the United States has compared to the rest of the world. The United States has 5,381 data centers. And see, the numbers that I read yesterday were like 4,900. So I don't know where all these numbers are coming from, but so just roughly speaking, we'll say, I don't know how accurate this is, 11,800 data centers globally. And the U.S. has 5,400 of them. You know, there's nobody even a close second. The close second is the entire rest of the world besides the, like China, for example, has 449 data centers. So what is the argument that we gotta beat China? We gotta beat China. We gotta beat China. 5,381 and they have 449. Why don't we stop until they get to about 4,000? 5,000. Russia's got 251. Italy, 168. It doesn't make any sense. It's because we have
Let's take 40,000 acres in Utah and make it possible for the government to know where you are at all times and what you're thinking, listening to you on your phone. Like, we have that.
You have to choose the less of two evils in your scenario. And I'm telling you, what you should do is say, I want Kevin O'Leary to succeed. I want him to beat the Chinese in compute power. Then use the laws of the United States to make sure that you keep that compute power in check. To not have it available, to put down my shovel. I don't think people want me to do that. Even the people in Box Elder, the majority of them want me to hold my shovel and start digging.
There was a referendum among citizens?
3-0. The commissioners of the county said, we want to be
three people voted. The people of the
They're
county.
elected officials. That's how you do it. There's
How
no other
hard
way
is
to
it
do
for Kevin O'Leary and Amazon and Microsoft and Google to subvert three county commissioners in rural Utah?
Tucker,
Pretty tough.
They asked us to come. They asked us to bring $15 billion. There's no other way
Amazon,
to do
Google,
it.
and Kevin O'Leary got three county commissioners in rural Utah on their side. Good work.
Yeah, and then come to find out that somebody, I don't know who it was, but somebody in Utah, they bought farmland right next to the data center before the data center was built and kind of lied about it. So insider trading, all that stuff. Joe Rogan, he's just such a piece of shit.
Theo Vaughn's going through the exact same thing. And last time I was on the podcast, he was explaining it to me. And it freaks me out because I know Theo has had conversations before, like even publicly. He had a Netflix taping and it didn't go well. It was like they actually they shelved it. They never used it. And there was all these stories from people that were there saying he bombed. I think he just had a kind of a breakdown. And when he was talking to the crowd, and there's a video of it where he said, the people were shaking, hey, we still love you. He goes, thank you. Look, I'm trying not to take my own life. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Yeah. And like, you hear stuff like that and you just go like, oh, Jesus Christ. I've known too many people that I didn't think were going to kill themselves and then did. And then he goes down these spirals where he starts talking about world events and freaking out. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, I got to help this dude. And so I send him things about people getting off of them. And apparently there's some doctors that specialize in getting people off of them. But here's the thing about that chemical imbalance thing. That's not real. They used to think that was what these things do, that they treated a chemical imbalance. But then recently, studies have shown that that is not what they do. They don't exactly know what they do. And they kind of numb you in some sort of a way that helps some people.
Mm-hmm. Trish Trock, what's going down, sir? How are you? Good to see you. Sorry, I'm eating some pecans. Theo Vaughn writes, this is mostly cap. Sad to see this kind of stuff. I'm doing great. I'm a human being, which is a rocky ride, but I'm doing fine. Thanks. You know, it's such a shitty thing for Joe Rogan to do. But it's beyond shitty because I'm doing well, Trock. Thank you for asking. Candace Owens and Theo Vaughn are very, very good friends, if not best friends. You know, I think Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens were best friends when Charlie Kirk, before he got killed. And Theo Vaughn is, he called, Candace Owens calls Theo uncle. He goes to her house regularly. They're very good friends, Theo and Candace Owens. Very good friends. And so, and Joe Rogan is obviously lying about the Charlie Kirk assassination. He got caught up in it when Theo Vaughn was on the podcast, of all people. So I really think, and a lot of other people think, that Joe Rogan is trying to paint Theo Vaughn as crazy when everybody knows, I mean, Theo Vaughn just openly admits he's got issues he's trying to deal with like everybody else. He's just a lot more open and honest about it than most people. Most people don't want to talk about their struggles. I think most people have, at least a little, bit of mental, issues in their life, whatever. You know what I mean? So I think that Joe Rogan is being told to attack Theo Vaughn. I don't know. It's a shitty move. It's disappointing because, Joe Rogan had every opportunity to be a good person, but he's just not. I think this is a good video. It kind of explains maybe what data centers are. I can't remember.
It's not necessarily data centers that will become the new gold or the new oil. It's actually, a lot of people say, like, are data centers going to be the new oil? Well, if so, how could that be, right? It's not necessarily data centers that will become the new gold or the new oil. It's actually GPU time, okay? Whoever controls the supply of GPU time rental actually controls the price. And that goes with anything. Whoever controls the supply of gold, they control the price. Supply of diamonds, they control the price. Supply of oil, they control the price. They also control the access. And who gets to do work? They get to control who operates at a level that they want to operate.
Again, I'm still confused. Trock, you've got a tech background. What are data centers for? Why do we have 5,000 data centers in the United States? Is that so you and me can share photos back and forth and I can go live through StreamYard? Is that why we have 5,000 data centers? Is it to start the global digital ID, social credit score system, or they're going to install 400 million AI cameras to monitor us and send us tickets for jaywalking and robot police? Is that what it's for? What are all those data centers for? This is Thomas Massie.
The bad thing about being the nail that sticks up is the force of the whole swamp has come down on me. And it's billionaires. It's not a grassroots funded thing. It's not like a bunch of MAGA, activists have said, I'm going to send $20 to this guy in Kentucky so he can beat Thomas Massie. It's predominantly 3 billionaires who are upset that I've never voted for foreign aid, particularly foreign aid to Israel. And they're also upset that I vote against the wars. And so these billionaires are funding a super PAC called MAGA Kentucky. They are not MAGA, and they have never been to Kentucky. They're hedge fund managers and gambling magnates. There will be $6 million spent this week on TV and radio and mail. So I apologize to the folks here in Cincinnati who have to watch the ads about this race in Kentucky. But and some people ask me, well, surely, Congressman Massey, now you would be against Citizens United, which allows unlimited spending in super PACs. And it's a double-edged sword. Let me tell you why I'm not against it. There are reforms that I could go for. Let me give you a reform. Maybe what if you just said the only money you can spend in Kentucky in a race in Kentucky is from the people of Kentucky? I don't believe that would hinder your First Amendment. But the issue of the super PACs, what's happened is Fox News, which is sort of they've got a monopoly on the screens in a lot of Republican houses, particularly people between the ages of 65 and 75. For the last 18 months, they've not invited me on a single show. And why are they doing that? Because they're afraid if they give me a venue to speak, that the White House will shut them out. And they want access more than anything. They need access in this Trump presidency, whether it's with cabinet secretaries to come on their shows, at the drop of a hat, or to get a special scoop on something. That's what Fox wants. And so to keep that special access, they have blacklisted me. So I can't get on TVs in the living rooms of the people that vote in this election unless I can buy TV ads. Otherwise, it'd be hard to get on Fox. I have to pay to be on Fox now with my ads.
Yeah. What a crooked system it is. All right, Joe, have a great weekend. To store data for every aspect of life. Yep, 100%. Have a great weekend yourself. I'm just looking up at the weather right now. Windy, but not cloud, or not rain. It's cloudy and windy, but not raining right now. Theo Vaughn getting sued, and this is another tactic. This is the same people.
The bad thing about being the nail that sticks up.
The same reason why Joe Rogan is a piece of shit and talking about Theo Vaughn. The same billionaires that are funding the guy against Thomas Massie are the same people that are suing Theo Vaughn, and he found out he's being sued for $30 million.
Okay. So what is he asking for?
So he's making some pretty egregious claims in there. I mean, he goes into there's a lot of TMI really about his other cases and his other legal trouble that's going on, but then he pretty much does some type of algebraic equation that gets to a demand request somewhere around $30 million. I think it's around 29,750,000, something around those damages. He's saying from YouTube and Instagram views.
Well, what do I do? I'm just have to work. I mean, do I have to work forever or what?
I mean, it sounds like he's claiming you've already made this money. So the question is, what have you done with all that money?
Dude, what is he talking about, dude? I drive a Ford Ranger.
He's saying you made all this money off using this deep fake of him. You've stolen his valor, so to speak.
I didn't make it.
His name. He's
Sorry.
saying it's a mother. Oh no, you're all good. Yeah, he has this whole kind of outlandish theory that you have a fake identity daughter account where you made this to then repurpose it to then post on your YouTube and without having to be the point person that he could go after.
Wow.
It's like a 30-page manifesto complaint he's doctored up from this federal penitentiary.
So is this so what? So when do I? When do I need to do?
Yeah, and I looked it up. It's the guy, that Hatchet Man guy. with the bandana on his head. And I can't remember what the story was, but he's some, you know, and so I don't know anything about it, but I just see the dots connected that, you know, they're going after Theo Von because he's friends with Candace Owens. You know, that the French president and first lady dropped a $50 million lawsuit on Candace Owens. And that's like almost, it's going, I don't know if they're this weekend, they might even be in court for that thing. So these guys are just getting attacked left and right. And how Thomas Massie said the whole weight of the swamp comes down on you, you know. It's fucked up, man. They'll go after your livelihood. They'll go after anything. They do not give a fuck. They will destroy your life if you try to, or they'll try to anyways, if you go up against them. And that's just how it works, you know? And it's crazy how comedians and podcasters are paying the price now because, you know, you hold a ring, you hold power when you have influence. It's very powerful these days, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter from where, you know what I mean? It could be from literally from your mother's basement. You know, if you have influence, you are, you know, not only are you getting paid, you're just very powerful politically. Even if you're not political, because that is what the government does, is their job is to, you know, influence people. Influence their decisions, or at least get them to believe certain things. And these guys come along and fuck it all up. I don't know any of these people except Joe Rogan, so what is this about again, Trock says. We'll move on, Trock. See if you know anything about the next one. Candace Owens. She has a theory of why they're building the data centers.
It's going to impact their lives. High-powered artificial intelligence centers all across the United States. That's what's happening. But the question is, to what end? Okay, what is the actual goal? It's obviously evil and dystopian. If you're not aware of that, you have to wake up to it, okay? The aim, to me, appears very clearly to be a surveillance state. Like I said, they want what China has. They want to monitor all of us. You're seeing that already at the airport, right? How many pictures can be taken, that they're trying to learn your face. Every single person needs to have a digital ID and this ID, and we can know every second where you're going. That's going to require some data centers. There is an unholy alliance between the military and our press, trying to convince us that this is fine, that it's normal, that we're being thrust into a state where we won't even be able to turn on our cars without government approval, right? They already can shut down a large portion of cars automatically, the newer ones. They can just literally, while you're driving, shut that down. But they want more. They want to know where you are every second of every day, what you're thinking, what you're writing, who you're speaking to. Listen to this conversation.
Yep. And will certain people be labeled domestic terrorists for just talking against the government? You know, I had a conversation with one of my old bosses who was Chinese. And he told me in China, he goes, you know, you can be rich and, you know, run businesses and be very successful. Sorry, reading a text. Just don't talk about the government. He goes, if you talk about the government, they'll take you away. He goes, but other than that, you're good to go. So, I don't know. Osada, whoa, how are you? What's up, James? Good to see you, sir. But yeah, the data centers. We're going to hear more and more about them. You got data centers where you're at, James? Out of curiosity. Here's a theory about panda bears. I'll be right back. I got to go use the bathroom.
Dude, this is nuts. I don't think pandas are real as described.
I'm sorry?
Panda bears. Like, I know about a lot of lies. I think they're like Shih Tzu dogs. Like, I think they were never wild.
Really?
They ovulate 3 days a year. They can't survive. All they do is eat bamboo, and they cannot make them procreate. Guess what a group of pandas is called?
What?
An embarrassment of pandas. China owns all of them, which only happens if you have a patent, right? They were never in Chinese literature or art until the end of the 19th century.
What?
Yeah.
Pandas weren't?
My theory is they were like bred to eat bamboo because bamboo is super hard to get rid of. And all they do is eat bamboo and they're like retarded and they roll down hills and they can't have sex.
They weren't in Chinese art or literature?
Never. Not until the end of the 1800s.
Okay, so that proves it right there. Because like,
Yeah,
how
there-
could you not paint a panda?
Dude, this is nuts. I don't think pandas are real as described.
I'm sorry?
Panda bears. Like, I know about a lot of lies. I think they're like Shih Tzu dogs. Like, I think they were never wild.
Really?
They ovulate 3 days a year. They can't survive. All they do is eat bamboo and they cannot make them procreate. Guess what a group of pandas is called?
What?
An embarrassment of pandas. China owns all of them, which only happens if you have a patent, right? They were never in Chinese literature or art until the end of the 19th century.
What?
Yeah.
Pandas weren't?
My theory is they were like bred to eat bamboo because bamboo's. All right, I'm back. You've heard about the data centers? Who in the world was that? Chick. What chick?
It's gonna
Oh,
impact
that's
their
Candace
long-
Owens. That's the most important person of the 21st century. All right, Mr. Mike Huckabee, the definition of a sellout. He needs to just move to Israel. I think this is where he's at right now. And he has a message for those of us that say that we don't want Israel in our life.
We lose a lot in terms of our own national security, our own military capacity, but then we lose some stuff that a lot of Americans never think about. I hear people say, I don't want anything to do with Israel. I say, okay, give up your cell phone. Give up car navigation. Give up some medical innovations that may have saved some member of your family's life. Be sure, by the way, to give up some conveniences like cherry tomatoes and seedless watermelons while you're at it. And let's just go ahead and don't buy anything that has an NVIDIA or an Intel chip. Let's get rid of most of your computers and a whole lot of the software that you use because it was innovated here. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but if you hate Israel that much, you're going to be living a very different kind of life. We lose a lot in terms of our own.
That's okay. If we could flush you down the toilet, Mike Huckabee, it would be worth it. I would go back to the Stone Age to see these people burn in hell. So I don't care about the cell phone. I just want to see you burn in hell, Mike Huckabee. Let's be clear. What do we got here? This guy got his cock stuck in a car door. Trock, has this ever happened to you?
What we gonna do? Y'all, I can't believe this. He didn't got himself stuck up in the car. Y'all think I'm lying? Look, I don't know how in the world you did that. You want me to call somebody? Huh? I can go on Walmart. You want me to go on Walmart and get somebody, get some help? Let me see. Is it bleeding? And the baby crying. Shit. Y'all, I can't believe this nigga done got his dick stuck in the daggone truck. Y'all, I'm for real. Like,
Get back, baby.
you want me to go get some help? You want me to go? Yeah. I don't know what you want me to do. What you want me to do? What you need me to do?
Well, what you got to do is call Papa Cock. You know how they have Papa Lock? Call Papa Cock. Say, I got my cock stuck in the lock. I need you guys to come pop this cock out the lock. What the fuck? How did that happen?
Huh?
Come help me get his ass, please. Come here.
Huh?
Hurt this real bad. Come here.
The fuck?
I mean, give it. Don't do
You dumb
Let me
motherfucker.
see. Is it? Let me.
Just open the fucking door.
Nigga! Nigga! We're gonna have to call him. You know what? That nigga ain't got. I'm finna go tell somebody. We got to.
It don't even make no sense. The window's down.
Yeah, we gotta tell somebody, man. Damn. Let me get you out of there.
What the fuck? I couldn't turn away. Just open the door. That's what I'm saying. I got to see what the comments say. Whose first reaction is to start live streaming this? What the fuck was he doing? Open the fucking door, and why the fuck you got your dick out? A friend in need is a friend indeed. Yeah, it might be AI. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm worried about it. We're going to move on. That's fake. All they had to do was open the door. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, Trog. I'm easily fooled. The Amish in New York City, not New York City, somewhere in New York, they're no longer farming, and they put solar panels in the land. Where was this at? This was land that the Amish family across the street used to graze their cattle. Now it's home to one of the ugliest solar complexes in the country. Weird. Rural upstate New York. Sorry, I'm eating some more pecans. I don't know if we played a couple of the videos about the ticks. The Lone Star tick, there's a couple other ones, are causing alpha-gal syndrome, Lyme disease, and some other stuff. But this poor horse, this lady, I think is in Ohio.
Kid you not, we've had to spend like over $100 in the last 5 minutes because I can't take the tick situation anymore. The tick situation in this state. There are ticks everywhere. In 30 years, 20 some years of having horses, I've never had to deal with these many ticks. I'm pulling off ticks of his body, cleaning him up. I did that the last few days. Today, I just had to put more medication on him. Poor thing, he's got like meds everywhere. Look at poor thing. Oh my God. I'm sorry, buddy. I know. We're going to go outside.
And they're coming out with all these vaccines at the same time. You know, they came out with I think they came out with a Lyme disease vaccine. At the same time, these ticks are showing up everywhere that cause Lyme disease. Fake meat companies popping up. And now we have these ticks that if you get bit by them, you get a red meat allergy that can make you sick or even kill you. All very strange. I was going to play this if Thindu was here.
The biscuit, taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce.
No Thindu though. Oh yeah, this is a good one.
Nearly 2,000 products were recalled after the FDA found rodent and bird contamination at a distribution facility. It's for grocery items like Cheerios, Skittles, and Pringles. Also pet food like Purina dog chow and Purina cat chow. And over-the-counter items like Advil, Benadryl, and Claritin. full list is on the FDA's website. The FDA urges consumers to destroy affected products immediately and not return them. Refunds are available. Products distributed in Indiana, Minnesota, and North Dakota may pose health risks like salmonella, though no illnesses have been reported. Nearly 2,000 products were.
That doesn't sound good. North Dakota, Indiana, and wherever the other place was. Yuck. Okay. Utah Speaker of the House Mike Schultz is the one that bought the farmland next to Kevin O'Leary's AI data center.
So, like I tried to explain to everybody, the cancerous rot in our country, like let's just picture it like a body, right? So if the America is a human body, right, and we have cancer that's kind of spread throughout our body, and you go to the doctors, right, and the doctor's like trying to diagnose, like where do we want to start to try to eradicate this cancer that's festering throughout the body, right? So you have on the back of every one of these American citizens is this giant cancerous, fibrous, nasty, gnarly looking tumorous rot, okay? And it's fucking big and it's pulsating and it's got sacks of pus pulsing out of it, right? Then you're like looking through the body and you're like, yeah, you see like got organ failure and shit like that. Then you get down to the toes and you see like these little like black veins that are kind of looking a little bit gnarly, right? You're the doctor, right? You're not going to go, you know what? Let's treat those toes, right? That is our gut. That is our country. You have these criminals down here that are committing petty crimes. A dude who's stabbing a black chick in the neck, right? Arresting that dude isn't going to fix the fucking problem, right? Giving that dude life in prison or the death penalty ain't going to fix the fucking problem. Because the problem stems from that giant cancer tumorous rot that's growing on the back of all of us. That is our fucking politicians. So when I play this video and you learn about these politicians that are like doing backdoor deals and they're buying up 640 acres of farmland right next to a data center because the agriculture value versus the farmland value goes up by 200 to 400%, almost guaranteed.
It's just crazy. I mean, it is just insane what these people are doing. Chud the Builder, they're talking about his bail.
So $1.25 million bail. I know he has a GoFundMe. I think he has enough to probably post the bail because I think he's got to post 10% or whatever.
I doubt it.
Well, sorry.
No, it's going to be it'll be more than so a normal bail. You're right, it's 10%. But when the exposure for the bail bondsman is this high, they want 10% as their fee.
Yeah,
and then they want collateral for the rest.
Gotcha.
So
put up a house.
They
or
won't
something.
take your house, but they'll ask you to put up your house. Right?
Gotcha. So okay, so we
By
went.
the way, this is not an insane. I mean, it's a very high bond.
It's just unbelievable that guy even got himself in that position. Trock, do you know who Chud the Builder is? I mean, we knew it was going to happen to this guy. I don't understand why he's so stupid. And where did he come from? You know, I honestly believe that this guy was put on the internet to race bait, to get dumb people, you know, to pull the racist out of the closet. Yeah, get those, you know. Nobody in this country is racist like that, you know. It doesn't exist. They're trying so hard to get people to be racist, and it's just not there. You know, I've been called racist by people that are way more racist than me. It's just insanity. You know, the way that racism is used as a weapon against people. So I don't even know how to take this guy, man. Out of all the shootings that were staged, maybe this one was staged too. You cannot be that fucking stupid to wind up in that position. Everybody knew it was going to happen. He's complaining about the price of the groceries. This lady is talking about a data center and how she raised her family. They worked so hard to build this property.
Hey, you guys, it's Ansley Brown on the fight to save
my mom's house from eminent domain. Here I am today with another mother and a homeowner who this is affecting. What is it taking from her?
It's so fucked up that they're using the power of police or eminent domain to seize property for this bullshit. It's just so fucked up.
It's taking this entire backyard, the pool and everything. Tell us about it.
Hi, my name is Cynthia, and I am just one of many homeowners who are impacted by Georgia Power's high voltage power lines that are going in to support data centers that are being built all over. We were informed that they were going to come in and take more than half of our property. They are going to demo all of these trees, playhouse, fence, fire pit, the pool, the spa, all of this, including our two neighbors' houses. They're completely demoing theirs. This easement is only going to be 12 feet from our house, 12 feet from our bedroom where we sleep. Now, they did say that they would take the entire house, that they would purchase the entire house. However, that purchase is based off of their own appraised value of the house, which is significantly less than our appraised value for the house, our own private appraisal. So it's not also sufficient enough to replace what we have. We have been told many times by them that they don't have to buy the house. They can only buy the easement, which would just decimate everything, every single thing, the pool, all of this, everything that we have spent 17 years building. It would be a financial devastation because we would never be able to rebuild this, especially at our age. And this is the only home our daughters have ever known. Georgia Power is owned by the Southern Company. The Southern Company is a $105 billion market capital company. They are bigger and just as big as the four combined capital markets of the four major airlines in the United States: Delta, United, American, and Southwest. Combine their market cap.
Yeah, it's just criminal. Absolutely criminal what they're doing. Mike Johnson says that because Congress had a salary freeze in 2009, they haven't got a raise since 2009, that it is okay for them to trade in the stock market. What's wrong with a little insider trading to supplement our, $174,000 salary?
Well, look, the salary of Congress has been frozen since 2009. When you adjust for inflation, a member of Congress today is making 31% less than they made in that year. It goes down every year. And over time, if you stay on this trajectory, you're going to have less qualified people who are willing to make the extreme sacrifice to run for Congress. I mean, it's just people just make a reasonable decision as a family on whether or not they can come and move to Washington, have a residence here, residence at home, and do all the things that are required. So the counter argument is, and I have some sympathy, look, at least let them engage in some stock trading so that they can continue to, take care of their family. Well, look, the
Troc, I don't know if you're still listening, but I don't know about you, but $174,000 is not enough to take care of your family. They gotta engage in stock trading, even though they have inside knowledge of all this stuff. Huh. Pretty sure I could live off $174,000. Now I realize that that's not a huge amount of money anymore, but it's a lot more money than I'm making. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to take that. What do we got here? Dun, dun, dun. All right, I think I'm getting down to the nitty gritty here. What is this? Oh yeah, found Thendo again. I seen him yesterday, so I recorded him dancing.
Self-righteous suicide. I cry. Angels deserve to die. Self-righteous suicide. to deserve to die.
He can boogie down, right? I think that's Thindu, Gianni. Hello, hello. How are you? I'm pretty sure that's Thindu. Just wearing a wig. Let me see here. Let me get rid of the... Yep, that's him. It's got to be. That's definitely Thindu in disguise. How you doing, Johnny? He looks like he wore his wife's pants. Yeah, no shit. How much does one box of tomatoes cost? Perfect timing for Gianni to show up.
Key, how much does that 25-pound box of tomatoes cost us?
I think this box costs $23.78.
Kayla, how much does this 25-pound box of tomatoes cost?
Since you buy it in bulk, I'm gonna guess like $1.75 a pound, so like $17.50.
Emily, how much does this 25-pound box of tomatoes cost?
$65.
Mackenzie, how much do you think that 25-pound box of tomatoes costs?
I'm gonna say $30.
All right, let's actually find out what the price.
What do you guys think? You just got back from the farmer's market? Nice. I'm supposed to be at one today, but the weather's shit, so I'm going to work in the kitchen. I'm actually going to go to a different farmer's market today and just look around and see how theirs is. How much a pound? How much for the 25-pound box total you think for that? And it's crazy how much it is, and it's crazy the price difference from last year. I'm just curious if anybody has a guess for a 25-pound box of tomatoes. You know, they all have their guesses. $2 a pound would be $50. Johnny says $50.
Price is. Here's an invoice from today, Friday, May 1st. Tomatoes are right there. Large 6x6, 25-pound case. We're looking at $90.40. And let's compare that to an invoice from last year. Here's May 2nd, 2025. And we have our tomatoes large, 6x6, 25-pound case. They were $25.10 last year. Oh,
I mean, that's just dumb. That's just fucking dumb. $90. And it was 20 something last year. And last year was not cheap. You know, for, you know what I mean? It was probably a lot better than it's been, but what the fuck, man? Grow your own. Yeah, for real. Yeah, unless, you know, you're a vendor, right? And you need tomatoes for your salsa or your guacamole, or, you know, you just go through a ton of it. Kind of like the Dubai bars with the pistachio. It's just sickening.
So we're gonna have a bail.
I'm gonna set just a bond right now after we have our bail hearing. Then I'll let you make all the arguments. We can go through all the factors in the statute and see if that gets amended.
For those that don't know, this is Chud the Builder, the guy going around saying, don't chimp out, you know, calling black people the N-word. Then he shoots a black guy twice who attacked him, and he shot himself in the arm in the process. I think he's looking at 54 years in prison. He's about to get his bail set, and you have a black bailiff there staring him down. Not a good situation to be in, Chud.
up or down, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to set initial bond at 1.25 million. 1.25 million. Based upon the fact of how many people were in the courtyard, were here at the courthouse, and the seriousness of all these felonies and his bond status. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So the 26th at 9 o'clock, I'm sorry, the 21st at 9 o'clock for a bond hearing, and then the 26th at 9 for a preliminary hearing right here. Does that work for everybody's calendar? General, does that work for the state?
Yes.
All right.
Just for the court's information, and Mr. Finley, the state is going to request and file a source hearing when and if there's an attempt to make bond.
Okay. Is there any objection of us taking all those matters up at the bond hearing on the 21st?
No.
Mr. Finley, do you have any objection to doing it that way? That's the most efficient way, I think.
Judge, we'll try and have everything lined up for the.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Mr. Finley, from you today?
No, sir.
All right. From the state? Okay. That'll conclude these proceedings today, okay?
Thank you.
We'll be in recess.
For your recess, keep your seats.
Yeah, he's just such an idiot. You know, we all knew it was going to end this way for him, and it's just so stupid. He's so fucking stupid. You know what? It's just a shitty thing to do. Go around and be a racist for no reason. And this is what happened. You know, he gets no sympathy for nobody. But I did see that some influencer was going to give him $100,000 for his bond. So he'll probably bond out. But you can't be shooting a gun and, you know, shooting people and shooting yourself. This is not going to end well for him. Chud the dud. Yep. What a dummy. Kentucky. Ryan Matta drove to Kentucky to support Thomas Massie, and he's at the grocery store.
Locally? Do you guys have any beef that's raised here in Kentucky locally? No? So check this out, America. We're down here at Kroger, and I'm just like, hey, you guys got any beef that's like Kentucky grown, Kentucky slaughtered, Kentucky everything, right here locally in Kentucky? That's the beef I want to buy because I want to go hook the crew up. We're at the crib campaigning for Massie down here. Come to find out, so what these big agriculture giants did that lobbied our politicians. So in order to slaughter your own beef, you have to be certified by like this certified special slaughterhouse. Okay. And to have one of those, it costs like $10,000 a month to operate, to be USDA certified. So what happens with all of the beef that you're seeing in the Goy slot market is it gets shipped over to fucking China, and then it gets slaughtered and processed and pumped full of vaccines and garbage and bullshit. Then it gets shipped back to America because it was grown in America, and then it's repackaged here in America. Then it says made in fucking America. No, it didn't. It got processed over in China. All of your meat, almost all of the shit you see here in the Goy slot market, you think it's fresh, it ain't fucking fresh. And that's mandatory here in America. That's just how things work. And it's unbelievable. And Thomas Massie's actually introducing a bill right here, right now, to put an end to that. Thomas Massie's passing a bill to try to give farmers here in Kentucky the ability to slaughter their own beef. Even if you raise your own cattle and you want to have it slaughtered, you can't. You have to send it out to whatever shit slop, Goy slop, Chinese bullshit. And that's why when I come to Kroger in Kentucky, which probably would be one of the farm capitals of the world, I'm like, hey, where can I get beef at that's literally locally grown right here in Kentucky? Oh, we can't do that. We don't know. I don't know if we have any. It's like, what in the fuck is going on here in America? When I'm visiting the farm capital of the world, and I come over here and I'm like, I can't even get sausage that was made here in Kentucky. It came from China, but then it has a label on it that says made in America, USDA certified. USDA certified my ass. And if you guys want politicians that are going to continue to send your fucking beef to foreign countries like Ed Garland, what the fuck is that dude's name? The douchebag who's trying to beat Thomas Massie is completely funded by Marion Adelson and AIPAC. If you don't want that asshole wrecking the rest of your life in the future and poisoning your children, you know, and making sure they turn into big pharma clients forever, well, then you best get out and vote, baby, because Thomas Massie needs your help. AIPAC and Marion Adelson are doing everything at their possible disposal to try to prevent this man from winning this election. So we're going to need your help, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, he's saying that you need that if you're going to sell it, right? It basically goes to China to be processed. But is that true for like the meat markets? What about like your local meat market? Doesn't that come from cattle that, I don't know about sending to China if that's, yeah. Now I can understand that all, you know, that Kroger, all that garbage in the grocery store. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that's what they do. Because I heard they do that with like the apples here in Washington State. We grow a lot of apples, and they get sent over to China to be processed into apple juice. We don't even do that here, or some bullshit. I mean, it's just crazy. Meat markets, I've never heard of anyone having to send. Yeah, no, that can't be true for a local meat market. Yeah, we're gonna have to chalk that one up as someone needs to fact check that guy on that one. This is fucking hilarious. Owen Benjamin was on Tucker Carlson. This dude was, you know, kind of in the Hollywood scene, and he got blacklisted for speaking out, but he's got some wild theories.
Words that sound so close to something else.
Yes.
That it like you feel that other thing, you know? Like a lot of names are like that, like Ellen DeGenerate, Bernie Madoff with your money, you know, it's like, who's the only guy that survived AIDS? Magic Johnson. Right? Wizard Penis survived AIDS. You know, and you're like, I'm like you. How do you logistically do that? I'm like, okay, it's happening. Greg Louganis and Wizard Wiener, they're the AIDS guys. Okay, that's spiritual. Like, that's so insane. Right? Words that sound so close.
It's you can't make that stuff up. Magic Johnson is fucking hilarious, you know. Wizard Penis. Unbelievable. Well, those are all the videos I have. I'm going to get to work and try to make this day productive one way or the other. At least we have good weather coming next week. This weather today, for a second, I'm like, oh shit, I should have went. And then now it's all fucking windy and shit again. Fuck it. That's that. Get to work. Yep, absolutely. All right, Johnny, thanks for hanging out. And hey, teacher, and Joe Della, Trock, James, Tommy, Sweet Tea, Cheryl is here. Y'all have a good day. Go make some fasouls. Yes, always. We'll talk to y'all soon.
you